So hey, what's up guys? Nick251 here, and we were playing Night Call. This game, I don't know if it's gonna explain it when I get into it, but you go around, you're like a taxi driver, and there's like a murderer and stuff that you're supposed to find. I forgot exactly what it was completely about, but that's pretty much the premise of it. The murderer trying to kill you, and you gotta find out who it is. I don't know, it seemed fun. I figured I'd try it. Free roaming. Let's just do this. God, my mic's probably buzzing. Alright, choose the investigation. Victims have all something in common and would have seemed clear. Which suspect could have done it. In this case, prepared for first run. Okay, we probably should go with this one. Because I've never played this before. Difficulty, story, money will be easy to get, but investigation will be easier. Action will take less time, chiller experience. The way Night Call was designed, money will be tighter. I'm gonna do it the way it was designed, because that's how it's supposed to be played. Alright. Don't know either of those companies. Don't know that one either, I don't think. I like the art style of this game, it looks really nice. Oh. Night Call. Alright. Doctor. Here. Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? You're fine. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The world bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma. The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. You are aware of a serious. I can't read, dude. I got like a lisp or something, bro. You're aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer assaulted you, the bullet touched your liver, and in most circumstances it would have been fatal. We choose to put you in an induced. Her voice becomes more distant, fades. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning, you hear hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages, you can feel hard skin. It is incredibly painful. Did they? I'm sorry. Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? He was dead before you even got out of the cab. Out of your cab. What? The doctor is silent for a second. A very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. I thought the judge was an actual judge. Not a... Yeah. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head to no avail. You need to rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care if he's the only witness. Another female voice joins in. A strong, authoritative voice. You can clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue, some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you'd never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later... Oh, we're in. Alright. Whoa. Boss. Well, look. I've got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Are you listening to me? You catch your boss' eye in the rear view mirror. Say sorry. We're gonna suck up to our boss. I just want things to get back to normal. To clear my head, to stop thinking about it all. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know? Aw. Why is he blinking so much? I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. Let him continue, because he's my boss. But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me to hire the guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I've got 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air, though none of them are any match for you. He smiles. His voice suddenly takes on a serious note. Do you want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard. The meter, the GPS. I really hope this music isn't copyright. It's like smooth jazz. It should not be copyright. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little refresher. Yeah, I do. I don't know what's going on. Right then. Well, first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. Other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. He flashes a quick mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. That's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers and his voice trails off as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh, right. No overtime. We're in France here. And the rules, there are rules, regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept in for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do a good job. Sure, ask him what's the matter. Your boss keeps quiet for a while, as if he's hesitant to speak, and then, I don't think it's a good idea. You should be driving. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer is still out there, and we think he's going to come back for you. Who else? Your colleagues. I do too. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Have a good evening. The sarcasm in his voice is fuck that word. Right, you have a good evening too. He'll spend the rest of the night dealing with problems and drivers. You wonder how and when the guy ever gets any sleep. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. It's back to the night shift, back to life. Despite the attack. Despite it all. Whoa. Okay, we lagged a little bit. So I just gotta click on them. I wasn't really paying attention. Is there necessary ones I'm supposed to go to? I think he said that, didn't he? Well, this guy is like the closest. Let's go pick him up. Oh. Can I refuse him? That's way out of line. What happens if I refuse? He goes away? Oh yeah, he goes away. Oh, I have to go to that one, don't I? 'Cause it's flashing. Alright. Oh, there's a gas bar. Sure. Actually, I think I have to. You immediately recognize the passenger who just climbed into the back seat of your cab. His face has been plastered all over the news for the last few weeks. He's a lawyer who is representing a terrorist. He gives you an address and you start driving. He holds your gaze in the rearview mirror like he's trying to read your mind. You drive across a virtual empty Paris. Behind you, the lawyer nervously consults his notes. Sure, everything alright? He answers without looking up. Yes. You get the message and leave him alone. You continue driving without saying a word. Your passenger mutters, why did he say that to the cops? He's not taking this seriously. Doesn't get it. Idiot. There again. He says it again. Is he contradicting himself or just... You glance in your mirror. The lawyer looks like a smaller version of himself. I probably shouldn't bug him. But I'm gonna bug him anyway. He closes his eyes and remains silent for a while. You see him start to break. Oh, well. I can't take it anymore. He takes a deep breath. He loses control of his voice. Okay, we're a therapist now. Taxi therapist. This guy is a real asshole. He's not just a monster. He's a total idiot. Tears form at the corners of his eyes. I've never seen such a moronic defendant. You know what it's like to defend a moron? You know what it's like to get only 3 hours of sleep at a night so you can defend a fucking moron? No. Do you have any idea? He yells so loudly the windows shake. I'm just gonna say I'm sorry. Probably should just say that, yeah. I'm sorry. When he answers, his voice is icy cold. No need to apologize. There's nothing to be sorry about. He pauses barely, just the time to take a deep breath. Jesus effing Christ already. He kicks the seat in front of him. Jesus. He calms himself down. He steadies his breath. They're even kicking my seats. I don't know if I like that. I'm the only one who agreed to this. I'm the one who agreed to this. I don't know why I said only one. I actually fought to represent him. It's my own damn fault I'm being dragged through the mud. He raises his hand, snickers. Yeah, I admit it. At first, I thought it was pretty good. Pretty great. Being on TV, all the interviews, journalists asking my opinion about everything. I shook so many hands, said so many words, sentences, yet I actually said nothing. When I worked in the hood, not a single person cared about my work. And now, in 5 hours, I have to be on the radio and 7 on TV. He pauses, breathes, his voice sounds further and further away. Why is that little like face next to it? You should get some rest. He chuckles. Rest? No way. Actually, it's simple. I almost never sleep. When I lie in bed, I stare at the ceiling and go over the evidence in my head. sits up. It's barbaric, disgusting, so horrific, it's almost unreal. He lets out a sigh from somewhere deep in his body. And then I discover my client bought nails, the nails that were in the bombs at the corner market, and he kept the receipt. He kept the fucking receipt. Folded it in half and slipped it into his wallet. That's what I see when I close my eyes. Disemboweled bodies and a receipt for €2 worth of nails. Why? He raises his voice quite high. Why, for God's sake? He thought he could expense it when he got to heaven. He pauses. So stupid and so dangerous. He disgusts me. He revolts me. Why defend him then? Yeah, why defend him then? Because everyone has the right to an attorney. Everyone without exception. Yo, switch out. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm not doing that. Otherwise, justice is no longer just. His fit of rage subsides, his fingers are shaking. When I signed on, I thought I would be representing someone crazy, and I find out he's just a moron who's played too many video games. The guy has never even read the holy book they used to justify their so-called acts of martyrdom. He read a few passages online. Passages online? Do you have any idea what a complete moron he is? He chuckles. I'm sorry. I am truly sorry. I shouldn't have said all that. He takes a deep breath. I don't have anyone else to talk with about it. Dude, I don't care. All the other lawyers avoid me like the plague. My mother can't understand why I'm doing this. She's so ashamed. She went back to Algeria. He is shaking. I get the shame. What I don't get is when people just lump things together. I am not a terrorist. I am not a murderer. I mean, no one else probably would have done it. Yeah, so what? Do I get a prize? I mean, I don't know. Respect, man? No, I get spit on every day. Why? Well, not like respect in that way. That's not what I meant. Like self-respect. He can respect himself for doing that. Something no one else would do. But for a moron, we could hang him right here, right now, and no one, I'm telling you, would shed a tear. He stays quiet for a moment, catches your gaze. I would just give up, buddy. That's my advice. That's why I keep doing this. He slows his breathing. For equality, our country was founded on. These rights have been abused far too often for me to look the other way. His anger seems to be lifting. The taxi has almost reached its destination. In the back seat, the lawyer is much calmer. His voice is soft. I needed to be reminded of this. This will serve as a lesson. He looks at you in the mirror and bores into you with his gaze. It's odd, isn't it? That I rent. Oh, fuck. I skipped it. No, forget it. You pull over, he pays his fare. Well, you don't take this the wrong way, but he hands you another bill. Hey! Here, this is for you, for listening, for hearing what I had to say. Hey, we got that tip. I mean, we're just doing our job, though, I guess. Ah, could be the nice guy and refuse it. Ah. No, man. No, man. You know, I'm gonna be the nice guy. Be a nice guy, refuse it. Keep your money, man. It's my job. He laughs. Keep doing your job. And I'll keep doing mine then. As he's getting out of the cab, you realize he left an envelope behind. For a second, one tiny second, you hesitate. It could be something important. I'm gonna say, yeah, he forgot something. He freezes, notices the envelope, and grabs it hastily. You can tell he's uncomfortable. He doesn't say another word. He gets out of the taxi, walks a few steps away, and then turns around to wave at you before entering a bistro. You drive off. The door suddenly opens and a woman gets into the back seat. Uh-oh. Busset. That's a weird name. Having a good night? Yeah, man, I'm just being a therapist to people. For a second, you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you, her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it, because I was sure you lied to us. I didn't lie. But I'm gonna see another keep going. Just a cold sneer on her face. I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough for a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17. An icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you've kept a low profile. But you're lying about your name and your address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say, if they got word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car, meaning no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. Whoa. Dude, I need a freaking drink. This is a lot to read. Oh my god. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name with evidence. Actually knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So I'll give you info. Victim, suspect, medical reports, some photos that are a bit. She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet, keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I'm not a cop, she shrugs. Don't worry, you're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest or deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. You're just here to get me more information. She rummages around in her pockets for what seems like forever. Dude, what if the guy gets in my cab? How am I gonna notify you, lady? Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days just to check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes it on a I don't know how to say that word. Paternalistic tone, like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught, don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. Dang. Threatening me. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll go check in on you-know-who. Her smile is inviting. I don't know who you're talking about, though. That reminds me, she know you've done time. Ooh, do I got a girlfriend? You shake your head, she snickers. Oh my little dirtbag. You cover your tracks well. I'm not gonna say anything. This lady's a bitch. She acknowledges your silence with a nod. Okay, I think you've got a handle on our little deal. Any problems, I turn you in. I'll send you your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it, your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest, spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial underway? Sigh. You sigh. You know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Wow. Nothing like that, terrorist. She smiles. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. Calling me a terrorist. You bitch. You have no right, bitch. I know we have no right. She takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch the killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case. You got me, and neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye. Sorry if you keep hearing me like rub my mic. I'm trying to make sure it's like fixed properly. So you can just say you're my informant, my CI. He ripped open your gut. You saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you had plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand. I can't. I'm just late. All right. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. All right, and don't get fired. Without this cap, you're worth nothing to me. Glare at her. I don't think that's a good idea. She puts her hand up, and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then. Not a word to anyone. Obviously not a word. Door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Fucking bitch. I was thinking that, dude. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit. Key in the ignition, motor running, radio on, crackles. We turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You will find them back at your studio after your shift. 6 clues discovered available in your room. Alright. Take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. You throw the files Bussett gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up the big cork board used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of. Your plan is simple. Jot down all the pieces of evidence and connect them to suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be one of the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect, trying to understand their motives, understand how he or she got into the situation. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the pipes shake. You take your shoes off before getting to work. Alright, so what do we got up there? Check the board. We got autopsy report. Victim 3, victim 4. Killer case. Hold to investigate. Hold to investigate. Alright, let's go. We got all that. Let's go up here. Are we supposed to ping these? Are these all in the already like right spot? Oh. So they're all 1 meter 80 inches or whatever that is. I don't know. Stupid. This one, I don't know what that gives me. Oh, this is the lawyer, dude. Can he be okay? Death execution. That doesn't go anywhere. This goes over here. You deserve this. No sign of violence. Okay, I left my son on chalk. Okay, so none of these have anything. So once we figure out this, I'm guessing what all these go to. We can figure out who it is. So right now, no one has more than any other. Alright. So I think we're done. And do I just end night? I'm guessing. End night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse onto the mattress. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Can I save this? No, I can't save this. I guess we have to keep going. You open one eye. You find that your studio calming. There's something special about living in a garret like yours is the last place before the sky starts. You get up quickly, and a few minutes later, you're outside of your studio. Night 2. Yeah, we need gas. Okay, so here is where I'm guessing this is like the way to save. Just go to menu. So yeah, we're gonna pick that up next time. But this game seems pretty cool. I don't. Seems pretty interesting. It's a lot of reading. A lot of reading. I thought some of the characters were gonna have voices based off the trailer, but I guess not. But this game seems really interesting. Seems entertaining. So I don't know. I have no idea how well this video is gonna do, and especially because of how long it's gonna be. I don't know if I should cut it. I don't think it's like a game that you should cut down, so I'm not gonna cut it down. But hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.